I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars.
I have been on my car-related travels.
Yeah, you've been out in the world, haven't you?
I have. The sun was shining.
Oh.
Open road.
Oh.
Took the new vehicle as well, so that was nice.
Oh, excellent. That's that's a good trip for it.
Yeah, some proper miles under the belt, which was lovely. Lovely. So, just to give a brief overview of what occurred, we'll go into details, obviously. So, had a weekend away. And so that featured Chris joined me on the weekend, which was bloody marvellous.
Excellent.
No Teslas.
I'm sorry to hear that.
no, that's it. No, I picked him up in my car and we went up in mine. It was really good. We had a trip to Caffeine Machine.
Excellent.
Which was really good. A spot of lunch. As luck would have it, we'd booked the day where some of the Gumball cars turned up.
Ooh.
But we'll go into that shortly. And then the following day, we went to the Sunday Scramble at Bicester Heritage.
Yes, of course.
Was lovely. And we were spoiled in the fact that it just dry, sunny, lovely. I mean, it's still a bit fresh, but
it was a good weekend. Yeah, weather-wise, it's kind of the best we've had for quite some time.
Yeah. In terms of planning, it was superb planning. But yeah, it was. I tell you what, really good fun, really good, and we get, as you'd imagine, saw some treats.
So
that was good. So we'll do a rundown, shall we?
Oh, please do. I'm eager to hear about it.
Yeah. So I tell you what, the Caffeine Machine was absolutely heaving with obviously the news of the Gumball cars, because Chris had booked the slot there at midday. He booked it quite some time in advance, and the Gumball cars only announced a couple of weeks ago that they were going.
Yeah.
So as you'd imagine, any free tickets got snapped up.
Yes.
And it was the busiest I'd ever seen it there. I mean, it was just
really. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was well organised except at the point where they didn't do a very good job. But it's not. I don't think it was strictly Caffeine Machine's fault. It was trying to herd dickheads.
It's never easy, is it?
Got the Gumball cars turning up, and just to sort of run through some highlights there. There was a I can never say it correctly. It's the Koenigsegg Regera.
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's roughly how you say it. I might have just
okay.
Jaguar XJ220S. Lamborghini Murcielago. So there's some real supercar exotica, all trying to get into the car park where there was just a sea of dickheads that wouldn't move out of the way, going, "Oh, I'm gonna take a picture." It's like you do realise they're coming in here, so if you let them in, you can take a picture when you get here.
Oh dear.
Brain dead, and fair play to the staff. I mean, they're firmly outnumbered and trying to move people out of the way, but just absolute bellends.
You don't need it, do you? You don't need it.
No, just brain dead. There's just not infuriating. So yeah, some real supercar exotica.
Lovely.
So stuff you don't see every day. I mean, I don't think I'd ever seen a Koenigsegg, for instance.
No, I don't think I have. Not for real. No.
Well, actually, no. I think I saw one of the early ones, the CCR, whatever they were, the sort of.
Oh one of the first ones. Yeah.
I've seen
CCX, I think, was the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw one of those show, but certainly nothing new.
No. But you don't, do you?
No, I mean, quite a cool thing.
Yeah.
I mean, exotic everything on it. But let's be honest. for me, it's going to be the XT220.
It's going to be the XT2, and it would be for me too. Yeah,
and it was lovely. I'll tell you what. There we go. Right, I will furnish you with some photographs because I've explained now what they actually are. I will actually have to. Some of these need edited. Some I cannot take photos for the life of me.
I've always thought you were quite good, actually.
Oh, they're not too bad. I'd say what some of these. Oh, how have I done that? I can't operate a computer. I'm trying to send you a photo.
Oh no. Well, we're all aware of that. Yeah.
It's just I've put that on my desktop, which really doesn't help.
I can't see that.
No, I went to drag it to the window that you're on, and it went, "Do you want it on your desktop, mate?"
Oh, there we go.
Brain dead.
There we go. Yeah, there were quite a few people milling around there, weren't there?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I have another one. There goes the XT220 behind.
Oh. Yeah, it's a thing, isn't it?
It is. So, yeah, we got to see some rather nice exotica there. Those are the Gumball ones.
Of course. They do look very Gumball.
Oh, they're properly stickered up. But I tell you what, in fairness to them, I know that the Gumball gets somewhat of a bad rep, but
it does.
I tell you what, driving standards didn't see an issue from what we saw. I mean, I think it, like everything, isn't it? It's the minority that spoils it, and there has been some silliness on that particular event, but generally, I think it's generally
fine.
Absolutely fine. So in terms of other stuff that was around that day, some nice couple of things in the car park. There was really nice 911 GT3, really cool, well used Ferrari 355. I'll send you that because you'll appreciate that. It was in a dark green, really nice.
Oh, that is an unusual colour, isn't it? That's lovely. Yeah, it's nice rims.
Yep.
Nice bit of rimmage there.
Yeah. Some BBS, I think, on those.
They do look BBS-ish, yes.
There's a bit of me right there as a 370Z modified with an inch of its life, but I liked that.
Oh, yes, that is very you, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, that's a bit of me.
Yes.
That's
that is
right up
this
there.
Is really, really good podcast material. This, you showing me photographs of me going, oh, yeah, so nice.
It's all right. I will put them somewhere that is accessible and people can refer to them. But at least I'm explaining what they are. So it's a start.
Yes, that's true.
Because sometimes I don't even do that, and I'm useless.
No, just send me a picture and I go, oh, that's nice, and they have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, not very helpful. A couple of other little treats, so more Japanese treats. So Sylvia S15.
Oh, yeah. The force is quite strong with those, isn't it?
I do like those. And I suppose we should have the obligatory shot of my car there as well.
Oh, look at that. Oh, finally, you've got a car that fits in at these events.
And it didn't look too shabby because it had been washed. So it's.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, it did get a little bit. I tell you what, for the first time in ages, I know a little while back you and I mentioned the major road that links North Devon to civilization.
Yes.
And that they've been doing roadworks on it for some time.
Forever.
Yes. I tell you what, the day that I drive my car down it is the day they're actually working, and the dust and crap that they're kicking up.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
Absolutely caked in it. Fortunately, that photo hides it, but it was properly dust covered.
Yeah, okay. It looks pretty decent in that picture, to be fair. Pretty decent. Yeah, I bet that fitted in really well there.
Yeah, I was happy as punch because I got my car photographed. I was like, oh, yeah, go on then, you snap away.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's a nice moment when that happens. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, so I tell you what, that was really good. Really, really nice out. We sat outside, had some pizzas. It was just, really good.
Lovely.
Got to see some lovely cars. And talk bollocks for a few hours. So.
Oh, well, that's critical. Absolutely. There appears to be a 911 parked next to you there.
Ah, yes, there is. Really nice 997 Carrera S. I tell you what, the guy in it was not awake.
No.
No, because
Okay.
I drove him behind him.
Right.
So they were directing everyone where to park.
Yes.
He parked. I was directly behind him, and it's as if he didn't think I'd parked next to him, and we had to abort our parking because he just got out. Long doors on a 911.
Oh dear. He almost took his door off.
Yeah.
Oh dear. It's nice that someone's aware of the surroundings.
Oh, yeah. Not a brain cell insight, I'm afraid, on that one.
Oh dear. Nice car, idiot driving. Okay.
Yeah, it's trouble because it was a really nice spec. Really nice. I tell you what, there was another 911 there that I took a picture of that was a lovely, lovely spec.
Oh.
964 Targa, couple of subtle little mods.
That's as orange as you like, that, isn't it?
Now I tell you what, I got some rear haunch there for you as well.
Oh. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah, there was a lot of oohing and ahhing over that one. Just
and he's parked next to ZZ Top Look as well, which is always a moment. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's something to be said for that. A bright orange, tastefully modified 964 Targa.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I get that. I do. I get the 911 kind of more as I get older. I don't know if that's normal, but.
Well, you're getting more wise as the years go on, you see.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's it. So, wisdom kicking in, you see.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, I didn't go overboard on the photos. There were all sorts of treats there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But it was quite busy, so I didn't go around everything. But we had a lovely day out. Everyone enjoyed that.
I've just clocked the number plate on that 911 Targa as well.
Oh yeah. You see what they did there?
I do see. I bet I won't read it out.
No.
But yes, it is related to the vehicle. Let's put it like that.
Yeah. No, it was a good choice of plate.
Yes.
So, like I said, we followed that up the next day going to Sunday Scramble.
Ah, yes.
Not to say there wasn't considerable mileage between the two. I think actually, in the end, it was getting on for 500 miles. I did in the car at the weekend.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, not too shabby. And I didn't spend all my pocket money on petrol. It was quite good.
Oh, that helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most miles it's done in the UK, isn't it? Because it hasn't been anywhere else.
No, that's it. Yeah. So it's had a right old blast. And I'll tell you what, it's going to get another one. It's got a 600-mile round trip coming up very shortly. So
it has, isn't it? Yeah, very good.
Yeah, that will not. Unfortunately, that is not an interesting drive. That is motorways all the way, but that is to achieve other things, not car related.
It's a crack drive, and it is not an automotive related trip. No. So
right. So the first photo that I took at the Sunday Scramble is one that gave myself, Chris, and Rob a chuckle, because we pulled up in the car park and there was an issue. There's an issue with a car with a number plate that alluded to a certain engine configuration which was never offered in said car.
Oh, right.
It's one of those ones where I'm not going to name and shame. We're not going to read it out, but I'll send you the photograph and you can see the problem.
Let's have a look here. Do we... okay. Okay. We're looking at the Audi.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So, just to be clear, That is a second generation Audi R8. I think they're the Type 4S. I think if you want to get specific code numbery about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Only ever offered in a V10 engine configuration.
Yes.
While sporting a V12 number plate.
Yes. I thought that's what you were going to focus in on there. Yes.
So that's the first photo I took because I was like, oh, that's...
they obviously couldn't get V10.
Yeah, but
so
I mean, if you can't,
V12.
just don't bother.
Yes, it's one of those, isn't it? With plates, either get the one you want or don't.
Yep.
Don't try and get close because it'll just look stupid.
Yeah, no, it's very silly. Then we go. There you go. You can have another obligatory shot of my car at Bicester in the firmly general parking area.
In not on display.
No, not on. Well, it is.
Nice.
There it is. You can see it.
Yeah, I've not seen it from the back, and you can. Yeah, you get a bit more of the hint of the grubbiness there.
Yeah, well, that's had another day of grub fired at it. So
yes, indeed. So, but there it is. Yes.
Yeah, so there you go. Right. So it's that sort of thing of going, right, well, we're in just general parking at the moment. How many cars can we get distracted by before we actually get to the main show?
Oh, it'll be a lot at a thing like that.
Yeah, so cue the distractions almost immediately. A really immaculate Honda NSX.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
yes.
So that's rather nice.
Yes.
That cat is really ramping it up there.
Yeah, he is. Can someone do something about that, please? For God's sake.
Oh, he's gone. That cat's gone full Steve McQueen. Proper
really
Great Escape
has.
tunneling.
It's being dealt with.
Very good, very good. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but my goodness me, it was tunneling at that point.
It was. There's probably a 3-foot gap in the floor over there. That was beginning to interfere with the audio.
It's all right. We're in. It's fine. It's fine. Here's a very interesting Cayman that we spotted before we'd even left the row of the cars that we'd parked in.
Mm.
This is a Cayman GT4, but heavily breathed on by Manti Racing.
Okay. Yes, it certainly doesn't look standard.
No, so it's GT4 MR they call it. So Manti are a team that are essentially a factory Porsche team. For instance, when it's the Nürburgring 24-hour, Manti will field the Porsche factory cars. Very similar setup at Le Mans as well. But they also fiddle with the road cars, and this is one of the fruits of their labour.
Right.
A tad purposeful, you might say.
You could say that. Yeah. Very focused.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, very cool thing.
Wow, what a thing. Yeah.
And here's another Japanese treat. The lesser seen GT86 TRD edition.
Okay. Yes.
So yeah, it got the various mods on it that came like factory mods. But yeah, very cool thing. Don't
also sporting a related number plate.
Yeah, at least that one's accurate.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
Yeah. So, in terms of other bits and bobs, there was. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Really nice. Here is a car that's very dear to our heart. This is a car that you'll like. I sent a picture to Ben as well because it's essentially.
Yeah, I bet you did. Yes.
It's the same year, same model as he had. The only difference that I could spot was this one here is a manual and he had an auto, and the wheels are factory, whereas he had the American Racing upgrade. Well, they're not really. They were. I don't know if they were actually offered with them, but you see a lot of Mustangs of that era on American Racing wheels.
Yeah, that's and in the correct colour.
Correct colour, correct year. Yeah, nicely done.
I'm assuming the rear wing, that's a reflection and it isn't done in primer.
Yeah, that is a reflection. Yeah. I think there's
Just checking.
Yeah, I think that white thing by the tree, I think that was a big bin. And,
okay, yeah, no, just making sure because it looks like the rear wings.
No, it's all is well. Don't you worry about that.
That's lovely. That's
It's in
that's
full
proper
working
McQueen
order.
spec, isn't it? That's lovely. Yeah.
We sort of went in what would probably be deemed the sort of main entrance, but and it's often where the more modern stuff is. So it's kind of a sea of supercars. It's you almost get sort of desensitized to it when you.
Yeah.
I'll send you an example and additional example.
Ooh.
So when we got in there was sea of 911s, Caymans, Ferrari SF90, Ferrari 2960 TB, just all sorts. Then we moved on to the other row. We've got Lamborghini Huracans, Mercedes, what I'm on about, McLaren 720S, various Astons, and it's like, oh my goodness me, you just, like I say, you just become a little bit, I don't know, almost blasé.
Yeah, because it's just everything.
I tell you what, there was a Japanese treat in there as well. Ooh. There you go.
Oh, there you are.
The new NSX.
Yes.
Something you never see.
No, I didn't even know they were a thing over here.
No, but cool. I mean, obscenely priced for what it is. I'm afraid I'll have to say it, but I still like them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Right. I've been skirting around the issue. No, it's not really an issue, but I would really like to get your take on it.
Okay.
Now, what disappoints me is I didn't get a head-on photo of this car. However, I did get very much the rear of it, and it's a car that you rather like, but it's a car that has had some changes.
Oh.
Beneath the skin.
Now okay. Yeah, that is not standard. I can tell you that straight away.
So what we're looking at is the rear. I've crouched down to get a photo of the rear of a DeLorean.
You do have to crouch down quite low for that angle. It's quite a low car to begin with.
Yes, but there are some giveaways that all is not what it seems on the surface.
Very much so. Yes.
So what's been done there is a DeLorean with an LS swap.
That is not that uncommon. That has been done before.
Yeah, I did a quick little bit of research at the time and went, okay, so this appears to be a thing. But
it very much is. Yeah.
What I wanted to get was going, where do you sit in terms of which side of the fence are you on this?
It's a tough one. Because the original engine is crap.
I mean, it is awful.
Well, I mean, it's not in itself. It's just wrong for the car.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah. However, originality in what is an extremely rare vehicle. I think if you want to use it, I think you kind of have to do that, or something like it. I really struggle with this.
The fact that it's got a Chevy V8 makes me just go, you know what? Yeah, it probably should have had that.
Yes, it probably should. And had the man himself stayed at GM and built it there, that's probably what it would have had. The Renault Volvo V6 that it ended up with,
just not good.
It's just not good. And the fact that it's rear mounted, which it was never designed to be, it's just, it ruins the handling. There's no power. It was just wrong on all fronts. So that makes it a much better thing. And there probably isn't. I mean, I've watched videos on it and things where it's been done, and actually the modification to the fabric of the car to do that is quite minimal. It kind of fits quite well because it's quite a big engine bay anyway.
See, that makes it more annoying, the fact that it just would have fit. But
yes,
it's close enough.
Yes, I know. It's very annoying. It's hanging a bit low, if I may use that phrase.
Well, it's a big old engine, isn't it?
Well, it is in a small old car.
Well, so in terms of the width and length, yes, it might fit, but depth-wise, that's where the struggle comes in.
Not really. I hope that isn't lowered, because you could do yourself a nasty on a speed bump with that.
Oh yeah, knock your sump off.
Yeah, easily. I mean, that can only be a couple of inches off the ground. I mean, it's difficult to tell from the angle, but that oil filter is a prime candidate for getting torn off.
Or positive spin, easily serviceable.
Oh, that's very easy to change. Yes.
Stop looking for problems, look for solutions.
Yeah. I'm torn by that. I wouldn't want every example to be done, but I think if you want to really use it,
all right. How about
you could argue, as I said, that if history had been slightly different, that is what it would have had.
Okay, I've got another.
And I think the man himself would have approved.
I think he would have, but I've got a proposition for you here. Bearing in mind that the DeLorean lends itself as a candidate for a car to be fiddled with, would you rather a standard DeLorean were LS swapped or turned into yet another time machine?
LS swapped.
There you go.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We've got enough time machines now.
Yeah, chuck a few V8s in them if you're going to poke them. That's, like you say, leave a few of them. But I thought it was really nicely done.
Yeah, it is. It's probably what it would have had. I mean, I'm a big fan of the electric ones that have been done because I think it lends itself to that very nicely as well.
That as well. It's just the thing is, we approached it and it looked all normal, and then we went round the back.
Yeah.
Like, that's different.
Yeah, that's not standard.
No.
But cosmetically, as you say, it looks exactly this, absolutely stock, which I think is important. I wouldn't want to mess with the visuals, and the way it looks is such a huge part of that car's character.
It's the main bit, isn't it? Let's be fair.
It's kind of the reason it's cool, isn't it? It's not cool for any other reason than how it looks. And if you want to drive it and get some performance out of it, you've got to swap the engine, or EV it.
And I think it's acceptable.
As we've said, EV conversions, they really work in cars where the engine really wasn't the point of it, and that's certainly the case with that. So yeah, I'm sort of okay with that. Yes, I would rather that than another time machine. I mean, the estimate currently, I think, is there's now about 100 time machines around the world done to. I mean, Video Bob's done 50. I think we need to stop with that now. It's just because that does destroy the original car. You're cutting out bulkheads and drilling into panels, and I'm not into, as much as I love the time machine, I'm not into that. I think we've got enough replicas of that now. I think we can stop with that now. This sort of thing, though, I think is a lot more intelligent, and I think it's and it's, to be fair, it's probably reversible.
Yeah, I don't think it goes too far. No, not at all.
I mean, I can't imagine why you would, but it's
could,
nice to know that you could.
That's the thing of just going, can you put it back to being a bit shitter?
Yeah. Do you make it crap again?
Yeah.
As I say, I wouldn't want. We need to preserve some in a as factory state, please. Let's not wreck all of them, because there's not going to be any more, and there weren't that many to begin with.
No.
But yeah, I'm sort of okay with that, because it's what it would probably have had. Although fuel efficiency was one of the things he was, quite into, but. And I suspect there's not a great deal of that there, but there wasn't with the engine that ended up in it anyway.
No, quite. All right,
interesting. Yeah, interesting point. Yeah,
I thought that would be a talking point. I'm glad I highlighted that. Right,
everything to do with DeLorean and me is going to be a talking point. That's pretty much guaranteed. Yes.
So there was a rather, famous Porsche or famous owner of Porsche. It's just this vehicle was there.
Oh, I know that vehicle.
Yes.
Was the owner there as well?
Yes.
Lovely.
Yep.
He brought that, not his Beamer.
Last time I was there, he took the Beamer.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he's just mixing it up a bit. But yes,
that's cool.
For context, Mr. Harris was there, and he brought his bright yellow 991 GT3 Touring.
And they let him park it indoors by the look of it.
They did. They let him park in the hangar where he was giving the talk, so that seems fair enough.
Very good. Yes, I recognise the plate on that one. It can't be anybody but him. Very good. Very good.
At first glance, you go, "Oh, that's a nice Subaru Impreza."
Yes.
And then you go around the back and glance at the badge and go, "Oh, that's a rather nice £250,000 Subaru Impreza."
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Blimey.
Yep. There was a 22B there. Oh, what a thing.
Oh, I bet you had a moment there, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
But as the guys immediately pointed out, going, "This is a museum piece." It looks to be like on its almost original tyres.
Oh, blimey. Okay.
So they're a bit cracked and knackered. So that just gets wheeled out every now and then. That's not doing mileage, that car.
Do we think that's a bit of a shame that it's not being used? Yeah.
Yes. We immediately think that is a colossal shame. I'm going to be honest with you, because
it's a real waste that somebody's just kept that as an ornament.
Let's be honest. That is the definition of a driver's car.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, but it's not. It's an ornament.
Okay. Actually, no. I've done it a mild disservice. It does have some miles on it. I've got a better picture with the full number plate. I won't read it out.
Okay. And you've checked it out. No, don't read the plate out. No, but
no. So it does have sub 40,000 miles on it. It's not MOT'd regularly, and it's not doing big miles. That would explain why it's got some quite old cracked tyres on it.
Okay.
Because it's not covering a lot of ground
at the moment.
And currently does not have an MOT either.
Right. Okay. So it's very much off the road at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Legally off the road, it just doesn't have an MOT at the moment. That's fine. So okay.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm not highlighting the fact that it's an illegal vehicle by any stretch. No.
No.
Right. Would you like to see a selection of vehicles that were parked next to one another? The sum total of them exceeded 20 million of your pounds.
Oh, blimey. Oh, well, there is no such thing as 20 million of my pounds.
No.
But oh, good Lord. Okay, yes, right. That's going on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Struth. Okay, so yes, we've got some McLarens parked there.
Yeah. So just for clarity, there's a McLaren Senna.
Yep.
A McLaren F1.
Yeah.
And a McLaren Speedtail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that F1, even though it's old, it's just...
And it's so dainty compared to the two modern ones.
Yes, it would be, wouldn't it? Yeah. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, but of course you do.
They need to watch that curb there on there, though. That could be nasty.
I did inspect the setup of that. They drove on from the rear.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Yeah.
Yes. I imagine they drove off that way as well.
Yeah, you'd imagine so. But yeah, what a selection. I've never seen a Speedtail.
No.
Nice to see.
Yeah.
I've seen a few Sennas, and when I say a few, I've seen a couple in the same place, and it was Knightsbridge in London, and
of course,
one was matte black and one was gold wrapped.
Of course.
Like, oh my god. It's the whole money and taste issue.
Taste does not increase with the bank balance, I'm afraid. No.
I'm afraid that is true. So yeah, that was the thing. Right. I've skirted around the issue long enough.
Yeah.
It's the one car that I know you want to know about, and more importantly want a photograph of. Because it was almost the headline act, so to speak.
Yeah.
And here it is.
Oh no!
There it is.
Oh, look at that!
That's it. There it is. It's the breathed on by Callum Jaguar CX-75 that's been made road car ready.
I knew that was going to be there. That's incredible. Oh dear. Oh, I want that very much.
Yeah, I mean, really subtle tweaks
yes,
that's been done to it, but
yeah,
bloody hell,
I've read all
what
about
a thing.
it. Oh dear, that's naughty. That see that it as you say butters many parsnips, because not only is it a Bond car, but it's a proper Jag as well.
Yeah, it's just really disappointing the fact that it's that close to being production ready and it never happened.
And they never did it. A few little tweaks and they'd have been there. Yeah, I know. It's maddening, isn't it? Not that you or I would ever have got our grubby mitts on one, but you know.
No, but that's not the point, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. Like you say, it hasn't taken in much effort, and it's there.
No.
So it wouldn't have taken them much effort. They just didn't do it. And I know it probably wouldn't have made any money, but you know,
there it is. But I thought you'd appreciate some photos of it.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's naughty.
That's a naughty. Perhaps I'll get me sport brake wrapped in that colour and sort of pretend.
Hell of a colour.
Hell of a colour. Yeah. Yes.
Would you like a tiny car that's exceedingly rapid?
Yes.
There you go. This was there. The current
is that?
That's the current. I was going to say lap time. That's wrong. Hill climb time holder at Goodwood. It's the McMurtry Sperling that obliterated the record up the hill at Goodwood. The electric one. It's insane.
Yeah, absolutely. Blimey.
What a thing.
What a thing. Look at it.
I mean, we all watched the video and went, that thing is on rails.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It was phenomenal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really cool. I was so glad to have seen it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And one of one.
Actually, one of two that were there.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was another one.
Of course.
But that was the one that went up the hill. So that's the important bit.
That's the real one.
That's the real one.
Very good.
How would you like a rally homologation special that doesn't become a lot more special than this?
I would very much like to.
This was at the Haggerty building in Bicester Heritage. This was a Lancia Delta S4 road-going version.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, just crazy. What an absolute beast of a thing that was, because we got to see it drive off, and that car was angry about doing very low speeds.
Yeah, I bet it was. Yeah.
That was not happy at low revs.
No, it's not really made for that, is it?
No.
That's not its thing.
No, not at all. But I tell you what, the little Haggerty building there, really cool. They had some nice things inside, outside, because they had one of Carlos Sainz's WRC cars, is a man after our own heart, because it was a Mark 1 Focus.
Oh,
there you go. I'll pop that in there because of Mark 1 Focus rally car and Martini colours.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, that's very special, isn't it?
And because, as Rob pointed out, it looks exactly like the road car.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? There's no doubting what that is. Yeah.
No, that's it. I'll give you a rear shot as well, and just go. Everything about it is road car.
It's just a Mark 1 Focus. Yeah, there's nothing. It's absolutely. You could put a standard road car in that livery, and it would look exactly the same.
That's it. So
that's lovely.
What a nice little building inside and out there. Inside, they had one of these.
Oh, of course.
Alfa Romeo SZ, a proper Zagato special there.
That really is. We've done Zagato cars, haven't we?
We have.
I think we talked about this car.
I think that one was on my list.
It was on your list. Yeah, I don't get it, but
that's all right. It's all right.
It is proper Zagato weirdness, that.
No, it is. I tell you what, Haggerty were nice enough to be selling T-shirts.
Oh.
I came away with one.
I was going to say, did you spend some of your hard-earned on that?
Well, I'll send you a picture of the T-shirt that I came away with. Really specific.
Oh, that's perfect for you. Perfect.
Just for everyone's context, I'm now the proud owner of a T-shirt that on the front of it says "introverted but willing to discuss 90s era Japanese imports."
It's true, though, isn't it? That's absolutely true. That could have been made for you. That. Perfect.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
Yeah, that's spot on. Well done. Yeah, you had to buy that. I grant you. Yeah. However much that cost, it was worth it.
Oh, reasonably priced. I will give them that. They knew their market. They were like, if we price it here, these will sell like hotcakes, and hotcakes they were. I won't dwell on too many more because I know this is all a bit self-indulgent, but there are a couple of little gems that I know you'll appreciate that we'll have a little finish on. So, let's start with a very rare but very pretty thing from Japan. Something that you never see.
Oh, wow. No, you don't, do you? That's clearly Japanese market.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So something that this is the first time I've ever seen one in person.
Well, there can't be many in the country.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. It was probably I could actually look it up. But again, for context, what we're looking at is a Mazda Cosmo.
Yeah. I do know of them. But yeah.
I tell you what, let's ask the internet, shall we?
Oh, yeah, why not?
Can't spell, but there we go. Oh god, no data found. Oh dear, I think it's that weird.
It doesn't know what it is.
No, I think we're barking at the wrong. I don't think we're going to find that.
You haven't typed that into how many left, have you?
Well, it's British registered.
It won't know what that is.
It's worth a try. But you are completely right. It's not a thing.
It does not know what that is. No. It's got a number plate, so presumably it is registered.
Yeah. It's fully road legal. It drove in and out.
Okay.
Amusingly, it's parked next to the Toyota Century that I took a picture of outside Gaydon the last time I was there with the one with the Asato Chemicals sticker on the rear window.
Oh, which we massively approve. That's incredibly nerdy. That is so nerdy.
Yeah, that's those who know.
Yeah, and it's a very specific group that will get that. It's not necessarily a group you want to hang out with, but
oh no, it's the cool kids. Come on.
Oh, yeah, because it's us.
Yeah. So there was a building that was completely anonymous, and the door to it was sort of ajar, but it wasn't anywhere near a sort of public walkway or anything. But they were happy enough for you to sort of stick your head in. And the things that were in this nondescript, non-signposted, and doorway hidden building, oh my goodness me.
Okay. Yeah, we're all done now.
Yeah. Honestly, greeted at the door by a Mercedes 300 SL.
Oh.
Gullwing. I mean, I've seen one once.
They're a holy grail, aren't they?
Series 1's E-types, XK120s.
Next to a series.
XK150s as well. There were some Morgans further back, some early Lotus. It was just ridiculous. The fact that this was not even a completely non-branded. This is a storage room.
Yeah. That Merc, I mean, that's a multi-million-pound car now.
Yeah. Off scale, multi-million. That.
Yeah, absolutely. They are incredible. I mean, the E-type's getting up there, but for a Series 1, they're proper money now. But that Merc is telephone numbers now. That's lovely. It looks immaculate as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna
arguably the world's first supercar.
Yeah. Often referred to as that.
Claims that title. Yeah.
But there we go. Just sort of skimming sort of values. Yeah. We're into way into the seven figures. I mean, if these prices continue to go up, it's not going to be far off until we hit in 8 figures, I'm afraid.
Oh, blimey. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I knew it was getting up there, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We're not far off.
Yeah.
Big numbers.
Big
I'll tell you what.
Yes. Not for us.
Not for us. I'll tell you what. But let's finish on something that I know that I saw a couple of other things over there, but let's finish on something that I know that you'll adore. A much.
You've shown me the DeLorean already.
There you go.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. A properly used one as well. Immaculate condition, but well used.
Well used. Yeah.
Original Callum Aston Martin Vanquish.
A Callum Vanquish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one was an S.
All his are, aren't they?
Actually, I think you might be right.
I think he did the S. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. Well, there you go. Definitely one of his then.
Yeah, I think that's right. That's again. He really did a fantastic job on that. Really subtle, but yeah, lovely.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that, and I thought that'd be a strong finish for you.
Well, we do admire his work, don't we? Let's be honest.
We do, and I think all this going through this trip to Bicester, I think what is really highlighted is that when it comes to ticket buying time, you really need to buy one this time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. The next visit, we need to go together. Yes.
Yeah. Well, and I think you'd more than enjoy the company. I mean, the only thing that I would say that was made the weekend a little harder than it needed to be was I have to put a finer point on it. Chris and his choice of curry and the effects on a Sunday morning.
Oh. Okay.
How on earth you ruin the outside world? It's perfectly understandable in the confined space, but when you break outdoors,
that's yeah, that's a serious issue.
Yeah, it's just one to be mindful of. We'll learn from this experience. But yeah, the car bit, brilliant. Curry bit, less so.
Needs work.
Yeah, just needs some forethought. That's all that needs to happen.
Oh dear. That's just as well that didn't happen in a vehicle.
Oh, well, the thing is, we drove to Bicester that morning, but Chris passengered with Rob because he hadn't been in the GT86 yet. And do you know what? I'm really grateful.
You didn't want that in your car.
Well, there wasn't too much of an issue prior to departure. It was just sort of ramping up as we were thinking about getting in the car. So I'm like, I really have dodged a bullet here. This is wonderful.
You've been lucky there.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's to be expected, isn't it?
Well, it is. Yes,
well, yes.
You got to watch it with these curries sometimes.
That's it. As middle age approaches, you can't just lob anything into the system these days.
You can't. You've got to have, like you say, you've got to think ahead.
I love the way as well I phrased it as middle age approaches. What a load of nonsense. Middle age is here.
Yeah, we're in it now. It's happening. Yeah,
firmly in it. Oh my goodness me. Right. Well,
I'm getting on 10 years older than you. Remember?
Well, you're definitely in it then. So there you go.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Bloody hell. Right.
Very much happening. You do. You get yeah. You've got to be mindful.
Yeah, it's a bit. I mean, otherwise it's Russian roulette with your bowels, isn't it?
Very much so. And everyone else's environment.
Yeah. There's definitely a bigger ozone hole in the ozone layer above Bicester now.
And it wasn't the cars.
No, it was not the emissions of the vehicles.
No.
Oh no. Well, that's good. We had quite a nice episode there talking about really fancy cars and ended firmly in the toilet. So
we've ruined it now. Yeah, we've ended it.
Chris's arse ruined it.
Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.